Hello again. Uh, I'm back at the computer because it is time for another Warhammer update. We're going to go. I'm going to go over the March 2026 data slate balance. Um, this of which is a quarterly event, which some of the community enjoys, some of it does not. It really depends on what faction you're playing. Um, Here we have the official Warhammer community, but as you go through this, it's not very in depth. With these, like with Adeptus Custodians, have had minor points adjustments to better represent their elite stature. I don't want minor points adjustment. I want to know the numbers. So instead of using the official site, I'm going to use goonhammer.com because I looked through this and all the information I've got from here is pretty much the same with the downloads, which you have to download these to actually see the new updates, which I am not going to take up. Like, it's not even that much space, but I just don't feel like doing it. So instead, I'm going to go here because this has more organized on it. First, we're going to start with the Space Marines because I love Space Marines. Just the generic ones. Up first, Lieutenant with Commie Weapon is up 15 points to 85. I know some people use it, but I'm not running it, so a Repulsor Executioner up 10 points to 230. Understandable for a tank. Wardens of Ultramar up 10 points to 105. I did call that they would get nerfed. It's not a big nerf, but it is a nerf. And unfortunately, lastly, we have the Redemptor Dreadnought up 10 points to 205, which I'll show off something here. I have my wonderful baby boy. This is the first vehicle I ever painted and built. He's not completely done. He's missing a shoulder pad, but I worked a lot on this one. And I mean, I suppose now I'm technically closer to having a 2,000 point army, but I'd still prefer if they didn't have to nerf him of all my characters. So, what can you really do about it? I'm just going to cry about it later off camera. I apologize for all the ads on here. It is a free site, so it's going to have a lot of that. Black Templars, the Crusader squad is down 10 points for the 20 model squad, down to 300. And the Blood Angels, Ashtorath is down 10 points to 85, as well as the Sanguinary Priest can now join Blade Guard vets. You can look through the rest of here, but basically nothing else has changed for the other ones, especially not Death Watch because people don't play Death Watch that much. Next up we have Imperium, just general Imperium. Sisters hasn't gotten a change. Custodes are up 10 points for both the 4 and 5 model unit size. So I don't see a reason not to take 5-man now because they're going to be an increase in points anyways. Like, sure, it'll be slightly less for 4, but at that point, you might as well just go with the full brick to get all those saves, all those wounds. Just get all in. AdMech, they already gave AdMech a new model, so of course they're not doing anything with that. Agents, people don't really play that either. I think it's neat, but like, you really don't. The generic Inquisitor is up 10 points to 65. Inquisitor Draxus is up 15 to 110 points. The Astra Militarum, thankfully, I'm not a big fan of Guard, but like these two in particular I'm not a fan of. Both Rogaldorn models is up 10 points to 260 and up 15 points to 290. And Grey Knights actually got something. It is down 10 points for 4 models, down 5 for 5, down 20 for 8, down 25 for 10 to all of those numbers. So it's giving more of a reason to play Grey Knights now because you can add a bit more to your army. More so just adding even more Terminators, but oh well. And Knights actually got something. All of them are down points. The Helverin is down 5, the Errant is down 10, and the Gallant is down 10. Which, I mean, you probably want a couple points off. It's not going to make a big difference, but it's still something. Especially now that the Destrier, the Knight Destrier, is an option. We also have Chaos, which is just a lot of stuff. Regular Demons. The Infernal Puppeteer is up 15 points. The Lord of Change is up 15 points, and Kairos Fate Weaver is up 10 points. Which I've never actually seen anyone run Infernal Puppeteer or Kairos. Lord of Change is neat though. Chaos Knights haven't got touched because they already got basically their full list. CSM, Weaponized Hatred, is down 25 points. With Renegade Warband, you cannot take cult members anymore. And Weaponized Hatred now requires a line of sight to get a new target. So, I mean, it's beneficial to everyone but them. Death Card, Demon Prince of Nurgle with Wings is down 15 points, which, I mean, I don't have a big, like, talking point on any of these because one, I don't play them. It's still a Demon Prince though, so like, Emperor's Children basically all benefited from this. Tormentors are down 10 for the 10 model. Flawless Blades are down 10 or 20 for the 3 to 6 model units. And Chaos Terminators are down 10 points to 145 for their 5 model squad. Thousand Suns, that's where Kairos, Fate Weaver, and the Lord of Change are. World Leaders, only the Forge Fiend is down 5 points, which I don't see them running a ton anyways, so maybe it might give them a reason to do so now. And lastly, we've got all the Xenos factions. For Eldar, everything that is Wraith adjacent, anything that has a Wraith in it, is down 10 points. A Sermon is up 10 points, though. So, I mean, Eldar players aren't as prevalent as most of the other factions as far as I've seen. So this might bring in a couple new people just because I especially like the Wraith Lord model. I think that's really neat. The other ones as well. I like helmeted, more kind of like silent soldier, kind of like Drakari. Homunculi are down 10. Scourges are down 5. Racks are down 5 for 5, 8, and down 10 for 10. Once again, don't see a lot of Drakari either. Maybe with the new buffs, they'll get a little more. Gene Stealer cults, no one remembers about them. Leagues of Votann, the only new thing for them, only new model thing for them is Beric Stormbrow. I believe that is the Orc Killer guy, the new character. He's going to be 110 points. And Brandfast Oath Band, the secure position stratagem, can be used even if you don't have hostile acquisition, which Votann, it's a little confusing, their play style when you're playing against them. I get like when you actually sit down and look at it, it's like, oh, I get it. So now that they have more versatility to kind of like move things around how they want, it's probably going to be a bit rougher to play against them for the people who, for like the diehard Votann fans. Orcs, nothing. Necrons have a lot of stuff. Every Catan shard is up 10 points, which I believe should be the case. Same thing with Nexar Mentor, he is up to 20 points. He's up 20 points. Also, all Catan are up 15 more points if you're using Pantheon of Woe detachment. Which I think is great, because having a detachment that gives characters that before this weren't as expensive, more buffs without making them more expensive was kind of busted. Especially now, since before that, they also got like extra wounds, some extra movement, and all that. And basically, all of this, what this boils down to is monster units are not as affected by Necron stuff anymore. The Star Shower stratagems don't affect monster. The thing from Necrosaur Mentor does not affect monsters. Silent King Horde does not affect monster, which is great for me because Gilliman has the monster keyword. Not sure why, but he does. And Tau, you've got the new Twin Lance. It's going to be, the two of them are going to be 160 points. Stealth suits are also down 10 points. But there's that. And only thing really new with the Tyranids is that the new Tyranid Prime is 85 points. So, I mean, there's not a ton with the new Tyranid Prime. It's basically just the Lash Whip. And not a ton else. But I just wanted to talk about it because Warhammer content 1, 2, I also wanted to show off my Redemptor Dread. And 3, I wanted to get another video out as well. Just because if you're watching this, please watch the other video I upload today. If it does get uploaded today, I'd like some feedback on what I should do going forwards. As always, I'd love if you liked, subscribed, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Only thing else I can really think of is sorry, I had to go do something else real quick. I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, the last thing I want to talk about. As a Space Marines player, that does mean when 11th edition rolls around, because January, February, March, April, May, June, about 3 more months, 11th edition is supposed to be coming out, which means a new rollout of codexes for most armies, which will also mean another 60, probably higher, you'll have to fork over. I still recommend using Wahapedia for all of that. But the one thing I do like about the codexes is that at least one, they have, at least Space Marines Codex, I think it has good content in it. Like all the drawings and the art and stuff, they're all beautiful. They're all wonderful. I've got mine right here, but I'm not going to pull that out right now. Aside from that, I mean, stores will probably get more models, like a new model shipment and stuff, so really it's just waiting out the clock to see what's next for us to get or whatever. Save a little bit of money for that, I guess, or if you want, try and go to third parties like Cults 3D. That's a good like 3D printing website where you can get STLs. I've tried using that. I've got a friend who has a 3D printer. We've tried working stuff with that. It's not easy at the beginning, but like you can work through more. I don't have any 3D printed Marines as of now because I want my first official 2000 to be store-bought so it can be like tournament legal if I ever do choose to go to a tournament. Aside from that, have a great day. I've been Crux Terminatus, and I will see you next time.